DJ Mix.
My name is Shravya and I was one of the captains of HooRaas from 2016 to 2017. Some of the expectations that we had for the team that year were that every team member is expected to show up and put in the effort, and if they do, then us as captains, we're willing to do anything we can for the team. The team did a really good job that year of never taking us for granted, and they really put in the effort. Little things that we instilled in the team from the beginning of the year included things like you never missed practice unless, there's a dire circumstance. But if you're feeling just a little bit ill, a little bit under the weather, you were still expected to come to practice, sit on the sidelines if you can't dance, and then still help critique and be a team member for that day. So little things like that, I think, really helped create structure in our team.
So two of the coolest parts of our Gatsby set, one was the trumpets that we got to use during Boy Solo, which were effectively extended danya, so we could use them as we would, but they look kind of cooler. And we got to use the trumpets mix from Jason Derulo. And then the second part was having actually a figure, a person come in as Great Gatsby, coming in, doing a voiceover. Felt a little Bollywood, but we really liked it. I think it added a bit to our performance. Those are the two parts I really liked.
Alright, looking back to SpongeBob year, we went into the fall with a great returning team and theme. It was actually bedtime stories back then, but it changed to SpongeBob, and there's two reasons why. One was we wanted a more colorful and happy theme, and we just didn't think bedtime stories was going to give us that, and we just felt like the props and mix additions would be so much better, in our opinions, with SpongeBob.
I think my favorite memory in the routine was definitely Boy Solo. Crawling behind the backdrop with the other three guys during Girl Solo was pretty insane, and just making sure we got there on time. Plus, also the crowd erupting during barrel rolls at every competition was pretty insane too.
12 Krabby Patties on wheat buns.
What's up, guys? So when I think back to life here, I think about how we beat the expectations and odds that we had set for ourselves as a team and as captains. I remember thinking, wow, we only have 5 returners. How are we going to do this with 9 newbies? We've never danced 7-on-7 before. And so there was a lot of nerves going into the routine and the year in general. So in a way that helped us because we had set such low expectations that people were able to only dance for the fun of dancing rather than the stress of trying to place or compete. And so that translated very well on stage because we genuinely looked like we were having fun. And placing at our first competition at UVA HooRaas was something we just did not expect at all. And then at our next competition, Jen, we actually placed first. And that was something that we hadn't thought about in a million years.
My favorite moment is Anoop on our team. He had trouble the whole year holding on to his danya during our performances. So I think probably 3 out of the 4 bid comps we'd been to, at some point during the performance, he dropped. And he was getting roasted for that the whole year. So as soon as we got off stage and we got back to the dressing room after we performed at Nationals, I asked him, I was like, yo, Anoop, did you hold on? And then he yelled back, yeah. And then at that point, the whole room just went crazy. We were celebrating, we were hugging, we were yelling. And the liaison definitely thought we were insane, but we were just having a good time. And it was kind of like a celebration of the whole year, as well as I guess we were just that surprised that he finally held on.
चपटी दे तीरे ताल शर्म ने शेरड़ी शोभ तारी Every dancer and captain goes into the new season with a lot of excitement, but also a lot of doubt and insecurity because you don't really know what to expect. And farm year was no different. But about 2 weeks into our fall semester, one of our dancers got into a major accident, and it really took a toll on the whole team. And so that was when sort of practice went from being a place where we cleaned and choreoed and had fun and hung out with each other to a literal support system and safe space where only we understood what we were going through. And so that passion for the dance as a coping mechanism and also each other really shone on stage during our very first spring comp of the season at Senedo. And to say that that comp was a performance of a lifetime is honestly an understatement.
All four of us captains had very different styles of dance that we preferred, and we wanted to incorporate that. From traditional to playful and flirty to classical to modern, we wanted to showcase our personalities through the dance. And you can see that through songs like Radhe Radhe, our second song, that had very traditional elements to it, in comparison to our brass songs in the end, with that more dynamic formations and very crisp, clean choreography.
Let the Ross out! Hoo! Hoo! HooRaas! Who let the Ross out? Hoo! Hoo! HooRaas! Who what? HooRaas! Who what? HooRaas! Who what? HooRaas! Stop me, I'm all the way up.